Welcome, listeners, to another episode of our podcast, Q in Charge. I'm your host, Joe the Q. Well, today we are talking about the recent surprise move by Tesla. I believe everyone already heard of, right? No more suspense. Here it is. Today we're diving into a rather electrifying topic: Tesla's recent shocking decision to lay off the entire 500-person team responsible for its Supercharger network. What's all about that, peeps? In my opinion, it's a move that raises more questions than answers, and we're going to unpack all of that right here. So buckle up and let's get into the currents of today's discussion. First, let's set the stage. The Supercharger network has been a cornerstone of Tesla's strategy to promote EV adoption across the United States. These stations are vital for long-distance EV travel, offering quick and convenient charging solutions that other companies are still struggling to match. Now imagine the auto industry's surprise when Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk, decides to fire the entire team behind this innovative project. But here's where it gets more intriguing. Reports, including those from Jalopnik and Politico, reveal that Tesla had previously soaked up over $17 million in federal grants for this very network. It's a hefty sum, making Tesla the largest beneficiary of the EV incentives from the bipartisan infrastructure law, a law strongly supported by President Joe Biden, who ironically finds himself often criticized by Musk. So what's really going on here, dang? Tesla not only accepted federal funding, but also dominated the VV charging awards, securing a whopping 13% of all grants, and now they're either pulling out or drastically reducing their involvement in the Supercharger network. This decision comes off as a bit, let's say, ungrateful, or perhaps there's a deeper strategy that we're not seeing yet. Let's talk about the implications. For starters, this move could reshape the EV landscape in America. Tesla's network has been a major draw for potential EV buyers who might now feel hesitant knowing that support could be dwindling. Moreover, other companies might see this as an opportunity to step up and fill the void, which could lead to more competition, a silver lining perhaps. But there's a flip side to this coin. Tesla's decision to scale back its Supercharger expansion could signal a shift in focus toward more profitable or technologically advanced projects. Could Elon Musk be clearing the deck for a new innovation? Or is this a strategic retreat in response to the increasing pressures and criticisms from both the market and the federal administration? Before we go on, word from our sponsor. So many questions and uncertainty, but all achieve just find the right partners that will provide that help. One of them is QCharge. Simply visit www.qcharge123.com. So we suggest you simply download their app today, QCharge, powering your journey one charge at a time. Hello back and welcome to the ones that have never heard us before. Tesla move, like we're playing a chess game, right? Or am I right? Yet as far as benefiting from big government money goes, $17 million is a drop in the bucket for Musk, who's publicly criticized, if not smeared, other entities, including NPR, for receiving such funding. SpaceX alone, arguably Musk's most successful venture, has received more than $15.3 billion worth of government contracts since 2003, most of which is from NASA. But it also continues to earn quite a bit from the Department of Defense. Reuters reported last month that SpaceX, as part of a staggering $1.8 billion contract signed with the DoD in 2021, was building a spy satellite network for a U.S. intelligence agency. Musk's decision about the supercharging team could raise questions about how those federal grants are being put to use. The decision is especially puzzling given that Tesla's charging network is by far the largest in the country. It's so dominant, in fact, that other automakers like Rivian and Ford have adopted Tesla's NCAS charging standard. They may be regretting that now, but the time will show. Remember one of my previous episodes, I did call out if the transition to Tesla connectors was a premature move, but we will see. We all can only predict. Still, amid reported confusion among automakers, Musk took to X, formerly Twitter, to assure that he wasn't fully giving up on the program. Tesla still plans to grow the Supercharger network, just at a slower pace for new locations and more focus on 100% uptime and expansion of existing locations, said one of its ex-employees in an article related to this topic. All fired people are reporting this under pseudonyms due to other legal complications. However, all this is leaking out and all ex-employees are not happy. And how they would be. Even if Musk is telling the truth here, firing your entire department seems like overkill. Who's left holding the bag? Well, we know who's holding the one stuffed full of federal money, at least. Folks, so you better understand this surprise effect in public. Here's one of example. Nico Murillo was a dedicated Tesla employee as a production supervisor. Last year, he didn't go home, instead slept inside his car in the factory parking lot and made microwave meals just so he could help meet production goals. I mean, how extreme you have to get these days to make your employers happy and not to get fired. This guy went beyond anyone's expectations to ensure what would be good for his company. So no wonder people are in puzzles, especially hardworking people. In spite of all that effort, earlier this month, Murillo got laid off, according to a viral LinkedIn post he wrote, along with all other Tesla employees, or about 14,000 workers across the world, as part of a huge company shakeup. Murillo, a California resident, wrote how he had logged on to his company account on April 15 and found it deactivated. Thinking it was a tech issue, he drove to the Fremont factory. But on the way there, he received an unsettling email while driving his Tesla vehicle on autopilot, informing him that your position has been eliminated by this restructuring. So what a shocker, going to your job. After trying to get into the factory, he was turned away by security, who also told him that he was laid off. So do I have a comment on this? The bigger the corporation, the smaller the number you are. That is just me, though. What a disappointment that must have been. I mean, you are working today for one of the most profitable companies in the past decade and getting laid off this way. And without improbable, because even people like Murillo were puzzled. Why? The other Tesla employee in the comments had a similar experience of sleeping at a company factory. And to be frank, there were a lot like that. People wake up, we are not slaves. Keep your decency and be smart about your health. These things are not good for you in any form. But let's continue with the next ex-employee. I started as a production associate, and after putting in the work, learning different positions and skills in different departments across 3 different factories, sacrificing sleep and staying in my car in the parking lot, showering, heating up dinners in the microwave similar to you, I got a position as a hazeways tech, said Diego Jet. The same day I started that position, I got the email my position had been terminated. Another former worker was laid off after they uprooted their entire family for the job. Ouch. Wow. I mean, I can only imagine what emotional roller coaster they have had with these hopes and plans. Mass layoffs happened at Tesla due to a downturn in global sales and profits, with CEO Elon Musk saying in a company memo it was needed due to duplication of roles and job functions in certain areas. So now this is on you to swallow or not. You know, red pill, blue pill, matrix glitch and all lay. The layoffs have been an overall and big mess for Tesla, which has had to cancel separation agreements for some former employees because they received incorrect severance packages. There's no telling when the bleeding will stop for Tesla, but hopefully its former workers will land on their feet and maybe with some work-life balance this time. Something to think about for many different reasons, from the OEM automakers to the EVCS adopters and standard legislators and policymakers. This is slow your horses. We just scratching the surface with all this, like, be informed before acting. Explore beyond the giants in a market flooded with options. Why limit yourself to the big players? Smaller, more agile companies offer personalized solutions that cater to your needs in ways the giants can't match. And frankly, big companies do not care unless it is a big deal. It's about forging personal relationships with a partner who will be there when you need them most. Don't settle for less. Discover the alternatives available today, more abundant than ever before. And one deeply interested in the growth and impact of renewable technologies, I find Tesla's actions here somewhat disheartening. It's a reminder that in the world of business, especially at the scale of Tesla, decisions are often more about dollars and cents rather than watts and volts or people and families. Yeah, I can't help but wonder about the long-term effects on our journey towards a more sustainable future. Tesla's cut and run tactic with its Supercharger team is more than just a business decision. It's a significant pivot that could affect thousands of current and future EV owners across the country. As we continue to watch this story unfold, let's remain vigilant and informed, advocating for a landscape that supports sustainable growth and technological innovation. Thank you for tuning in to Q in Charge. Make sure to subscribe for more insights into how technology is reshaping our world. Remember, every revolution starts with a single step, or in our case, a single charge. Whether you're already cruising in your electric car or still contemplating the switch, know that your choices are shaping the world for generations to come. Remember, the journey to electrification is not a sprint. It's a marathon, and it's one we're running together. Stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay charged. Joe the Q signing off, and until next time.